Can you really build an incredible Minecraft Forever world just playing one Minecraft day every day? 197 days ago, I decided to try this out for myself and see what I could do. And the progress has been nothing short of mind blowing to me, I would say. 197 days into building this world and playing just 20 minutes every day, I am shocked at what we've been able to accomplish. I didn't want to be one of those guys who just jumps in, starts a forever world, beats the Ender Dragon first episode, and builds a giant village, and then it's like, what do I do next? And by the way, we are grabbing one melon for every subscriber gained throughout the series, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. And we are also writing down one lucky subscriber every day on our infamous wall of subscribers. And for today, we have I Rivero. Welcome to the wall of subscribers. And we are already on our second chest, and soon to be our third chest. We might have to extend this a little lower. I was not expecting to get this far. I thought one chest would be enough, but gosh, you guys surprised me. But besides the point, let's get back to our getaway island over where we just were, and let's grab some more blocks that we're going to need for this build we're working on. Do we have more stone? That would be nice if we did. We do have a bit more stone. Do we have more andesite? That's the question. Okay, no. So before we go back, let's go ahead, get some andesite. What the heck? Thank goodness. I'm not gonna lie, thank goodness. You could stay down there, buddy. You were trampling my wheat farm. You are not necessary over here, so why don't you stay right there? Why not? No offense, but we don't really need you in our world. But today, we plan on working on our getaway island, obviously after we grab this andesite, and with just 20 minutes of time, you know, we gotta save every moment we can. We gotta savor this little bit of time we got, and we really gotta get to work. I'm not gonna lie, 20 minutes, one Minecraft day, it's a very short amount of time, and for those of you who have been watching for however long at this point, maybe you've been here all 197 days of this challenge, and if you haven't, I suggest, you know, taking a look back at what we've done so far. But you've seen, it's doable. The days stack, you know, they add up, and I think not only that, did an Enderman plant? I'm pretty sure an Enderman planted. What the heck out here, baby zombie? Let's get me on out of here. Get me on out of here. But the days stack, and it's a great metaphor for life in general, because, I mean, look at this. We come out of our minds to something like that by just putting in 20 minutes a day, and we're not even, like, we're a little over halfway done. It's insane. The progress you can make just putting in a little bit of time every day, it's absurd. It shocks me every time I open this world. So we're working on this river here, and I think it's coming out pretty nice. We want to bring it all the way to the end down there, so we're going to do our best to do that. And let's get some slabs. Want to add more of these for sure. It just makes everything look a little bit nicer when you add that little extra slabbage, you know what I mean, that slabbage to your world. Sure, that's a word, right? But let's organize ourselves here, and that should be good for now. I think, yeah, we're gonna go with that for now. That's good enough at the moment. And I want to do, you know, obviously something like this, like have a few slabs hanging around back here, kind of just blending it in a sense to the terrain over here. And then maybe we can just scatter a few as well. I think like just having a few scattered, excuse me, bird, just around this area, even though it's not connected here, it'll kind of help blend that texture in a way. But let's continue this river onwards, and I think let's just start that by digging out the ground, and actually I can't go that low. That's too low. We do got a little bit of coal down there, but we can't go that low just yet. We have to keep this a little taller for the time being, just because if we go down there, well then it's not going to line up with that, and we need one more extra drop off before we get to the water, because this water is not going to reach. I don't know how I'm going to make this water reach. We're just going to have to fill this out, I think, make this another pond in a way. So let's go ahead and let's get to it. Enough yapping. Start building, Oreo. We got a lot to do right now. Can't be spending all this time yapping at the moment. And place a bunch of blocks, texture it up nicely, and then let's dig this on all the way down there. I wish we had some kind of efficiency on our shovel, but as you can see, we have no levels. And we do plan on doing a day 200 live stream. Not that we plan on it, it's a guarantee. It is happening. So that's going to be a fun time. And I didn't realize, actually, we have a good amount of room to go down here. So we can actually dig this one lower if we wanted to. At least over on this end. Because over there it might look a little deep if we dig it too low. So we're not going to do that. But we can dig this part a little bit lower. And let's fill this out. Just start throwing blocks down. Making everything look nice. And we're going to have to probably fill out a good amount of this with the water, just because there's no way the water runs that far. That's not even possible. Yeah, it's not going to work, so let's place these down as well. Maybe we could round it out just a bit over here, make it like a little bit wider. And something like this. I think that could look pretty nice. And then we're obviously going to need some more slabs hanging on out over here. And I don't know if we brought enough blocks for this, to be honest. I think we may have needed a few more blocks. I think we underestimated how large this river was going to be. I thought I'd be able to do this yesterday. This might end up becoming a 3-day project, actually. But let's see what we could get done. Let's dig this out just a bit. Throw some more in there. Maybe, oh, we got our path coming over here. We're gonna have to round the path out over this way. Slide this shulker box over just a little for now. And this path is going to have to be something like that, I'm thinking. Something like that works. Maybe we could have some more. Let's take some of these. And while we have the idea, we don't have any composters. Can we make some composters quick? How exactly do you do? Oh, you need more slabs. Yes, indeed. Just 2 of them. And then while we have this idea right here, let's just throw this here and here. No, really? Okay, we got shears on us. Boom. Something like this. Ah, really? And then one more on top of there. Nice. I think this should look pretty good, all said and done, but obviously we're nowhere close to done. So let's get right back to it. Now, I do have to say, I say it a lot. I recommend this challenge to a lot of people, but just so you know, I mean, this challenge, it takes dedication. I won't lie. I won't beat around the bush, you know. I'm not here to hide anything from you guys. It takes dedication. Showing up every day, yes, it sounds simple in the grand scheme of things. You know, you just show up every day, and you're good. But that's saying showing up every day is easy. Showing up every day is, in a sense, yes, easy from that standpoint. Like, it's not like it takes a genius to do it. But is it easy in the sense that, like, there's not days where you're like, oh, I'm like not feeling it today. I could just skip today, you know, but you can't. You can never skip. That's the rules here. We cannot skip. And that, I think, is the part that I kind of underestimate, I think, explaining it to you guys, because like I said, I mean, all you gotta do is show up every day, but you gotta put your best foot forward as well. It's not like I'm showing up every day and just loading up Minecraft and sitting here and not doing anything. I mean, if that were the case, then yes, I guess it would be pretty easy. But we're trying to build the coolest, the most insane Minecraft builds with just 20 minutes a day. You know, we're not just playing Minecraft. We are playing Minecraft to its fullest extent. We beat the End Dragon. We got an Elytra. We built an iron farm. I mean, building an iron farm, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, you know, it's an iron farm. You know, obviously, everybody builds an iron farm. But doing it with just 20 minutes, like, that was kind of a feat, I think, at least. That was probably maybe one of our most successful things so far throughout this series. That was not easy by any means, and I don't wish that on my worst enemy, having only 20 minutes to work on an iron farm every day. I do not wish that on anybody, because that, I'm telling you, that was a struggle, man. That was, and it's still, I mean, don't get me wrong, like, I guess it works, but it could definitely work a lot nicer. I'll tell you that. It could be a little more efficient, but we did the job. We got it done. We built the iron farm, and that's what matters. Actually, we're gonna go here. We're gonna keep this on this level. I do want to use more slabs throughout this as well. Now that I'm looking at it, I think these slabs kind of help a bit with the added texture, and with the shaders, you can't necessarily see like the water gap there. And I didn't even finish over here. What am I? I'm flying through this thing without even thinking. I gotta finish this, my friends. And something like that maybe. And then fill that in just a bit. Maybe throw something right there. And then we're gonna need to fill this out all with water, because this water is not gonna run by itself, as you can see. And I think something like this is looking pretty nice. It's gonna add some nice life to our world. I think all said and done, this might be a simple but extremely effective build at that. And we're gonna need more slabs. I keep crafting slabs, and I'm just not crafting enough slabs because I'm using them everywhere. And it makes sense, because they're definitely adding to the outlook of this build right here. I think something like that looks pretty good. And then we'll drop this down one more. And this should, I mean, it won't make us to the end effectively with the water, but it will get us far enough to where I can call this basically complete, I think. And this, like I said, this build actually took much longer than expected, but this island in general is actually, I think, going to be some of the most important building that we've done throughout this challenge as well. I do want to say that, because I am seriously, like, I am thinking this out to a dot. Like, there is going to be no shortage of time spent on this island. I planned out 50 days. I say 50 days. Who knows? We might spend more than 50 days on this island, but I want to make sure that this island becomes my best Minecraft build ever. This is going to be the most important 50 days in my Minecraft journey ever, I want to say. And not only this series, but like I said, ever. In general. I'm not messing around here. That's what you need to know. And I'm sure a lot of you know that since you've been here for a while, but this build is going to be elite. And I mean elite. But I think I am loving this so far. And And then we need some slabs down here, but let's fill that in with some andesite. Really, bird? You really gotta stand in there? Can you please excuse yourself? Fill that in with some andesite, and I think that's looking pretty good. And then obviously we're gonna surround it with whatever else. We're gonna put some flowers and whatnot around the area. But like I said, we're going to need to do something like this. And then we're gonna have to fill this in as well. I don't know with shaders, this does not become an easy task, I'll tell you that. I cannot see where water is being placed, and now I see that we are creating a few water gaps. But with shaders, I mean, it could be a little easier to see, I'm not gonna lie. Can I turn my shaders off? There we go. Oh my goodness, how much different does this look? I mean, I'm not gonna say it looks worse, but it doesn't look as good. I'll tell you that. But I think our builds stand alone by themselves without shaders. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I love shaders, don't get me wrong, but we make builds that can stand by themselves without shaders. Like this, don't get me wrong, it looks a lot nicer when you do that. But that stands by itself, I gotta say. And that's one of the things that I think is important in your Minecraft builds is, like, you can make, like, just, like, block slop with shaders. And you can make it look nice, don't get me wrong. But what's important is you should be working with block palettes and different textures and different build styles so that your build will be able to stand without the shaders. And I think, you know, that's one of the things I learned, not only throughout this challenge, but just by playing a ton of Minecraft, was that, like, if you use certain block contrast, like this deep slate right here with the dark oak, I mean with the spruce and the dark oak and the strip, like it creates that texture and that contrast to where it's like you don't need shaders for that to look good. So it's like, I think that's one thing, is like working with block palettes in a specific way. And that's just a small little build tip for the day. Nothing too crazy, but just on the top of my mind. And I do have to say, every video from here on out, I want to thank my members. Those of you who joined the membership after I released it the day of, which was insane. I appreciate you guys. You guys are the best, so shout out to y'all. And obviously watching these videos is always more than enough, but that should be good. And let's take a look with the shaders, because obviously, I mean, I'm not beating around the bush. It looks better with shaders, I'm not gonna lie. Everything looks better with shaders. I mean, this grass block, if I'm just staring at this thing, it looks better with the shaders. So, I'm not saying my builds look the best without shaders, but I'm saying they look good. And I think this is honestly, like, this is pretty cool. This is a pretty cool thing we did here. I mean, look at that. That's pretty cool. I'm enjoying looking at this. And we got a path coming down here. We're obviously going to have to surround it, maybe with some nice trees and such. Maybe we build a custom tree. If you got any build ideas for this island, let me know. Because right now, we got in the plans, we got this lighthouse right here. And that lighthouse, it's going to look nice. But it's not going to fill up the entire island. And I don't want, like, a huge build. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want a huge build in the center of the island. I think I'm going to put another wall of subscribers here. Maybe, because we're running out of space over there. So maybe we have our second wall of subscribers over here. And then we'll have to find out a way to connect the two without just flying over with an elytra. So, like, obviously on the final day, day 365, we could take a nice stroll. Maybe we make that video like an hour long or however long, so we can go through every build, explain the process of this journey, the impact of it. I mean, this has been possibly the greatest thing I've ever done in my life at this point. I have to say, like, I've enjoyed every single moment of this journey. and I couldn't do it without all you guys. So I appreciate all you, my subscribers, my viewers, even if you're not subscribed, which I don't know why you wouldn't. It's just the click of a button, so hit that subscribe button. But I appreciate all you guys. I have to say that. So just know that I would not be doing this without you. I mean, I set out for this journey to prove something to myself, and also to have some fun and document, you know, some of my gameplay for the first time, because I feel like, I don't know, I love playing games. I love this game specifically. And that's the end of day number 197. So thank you all for watching. If you made it this far in the video, comment gaming, because gaming's great. And make sure to like, subscribe, hype the video, leave a comment letting me know you did so, and you get on that wall of subscribers. Tomorrow's day 198. 2 days away, well, 3 days today. 3 days away from the day 200 stream. Make sure to tune in Wednesday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time.